Hello and welcome to Knobi Cooks. Today I have another easy salmon recipe for you. And what an extraordinary recipe this is. Today I present to you salmon in orange sauce. It is simple, has everything you need and still is somehow special. If you enjoy my content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. For starters, make sure you have everything prepared and ready at hand, from ingredients to pots and pans. For preparations, I recommend you to skin your onion, peel your ginger and dry your salmon a little bit. Set up some salt water for cooking the noodles and also set up your pan. Afterwards, you can start directly by dicing your red onions and afterwards dicing your ginger. Once you have done that, start sauteing both in your pan in some clarified butter or plain butter. Red onions work perfect here because they have a milder taste. Did you know that the different types of red onions have different origins? Some might stem from Italy or Romania in Europe, while others may stem from New England in the United States. And when cutting your red onions, you may notice that they are dyeing your hands and cutting board quite heavily. People even used to make purple dye from these onions. Can you believe it? Once both ginger and onion are in your pan, you can start cutting your salmon. Dice your salmon into bite-sized pieces. And once both ginger and onion have had a chance to saute properly, add the salmon into your pan. I'm once again using frozen wild salmon from the North Atlantic, which is really handy because you always can keep some of it in your freezer. In addition to that, wild salmon is usually higher in omega-3 acids than cultivated salmon. Another fun fact is that while wild salmon usually gets its color from the krill or shellfish it eats, while the cultivated salmon usually is fed with some kind of colorant or dye. Crazy, isn't it? Even though this dish might seem basic, both ginger and salmon are super healthy and very anti-inflammatory. With the other ingredients we will add later on, this meal truly is a health booster. And not only a health booster, but also super tasty. While frying your salmon, onion and ginger, make sure they don't stick to your pan. And also make sure that your salmon is cooked evenly. While those ingredients are sauteing or frying away happily, you can turn your attention to the noodles. My noodle water is already boiling, so I will now add my fusilli into the pot and then stir them once. They will take about 9 to 11 minutes to be al dente, and that's also more or less the time we need to finish this dinner. And you don't need to use fusilli. I simply use them often because they're my favorite type of short noodle. You can use penne or even spaghetti if you prefer one of those noodles. Once your salmon looks well cooked, you can now deglaze all of your ingredients with some orange juice. Add a good swig of orange juice into your pan. You may use bottled orange juice if you want to, though there's nothing stopping you from using fresh orange juice. Fresh oranges may even be better because then you can add some pulp into your sauce. This will add some extra taste to it as well as some extra nutrients and vitamins. I will add some frozen orange pulp to my sauce later on. Now bring that orange juice back to a boil and in the meantime you can season it with salt and pepper. And don't forget to stir the contents of your pan as well as your noodles from time to time. Back to the oranges. Did you know that oranges actually stem from China? They are probably a mixture of pomelo and mandarin. Crazy, right? I always thought that oranges actually stem from South America or some other tropical place. And boy, do these oranges add to this sauce. They are full of vitamin C, potassium and some fiber. So with everything we've added into this meal already, it is basically bristling with health, vitamins and energy. Ain't that great news? By now our sauce is basically done. We are only missing our cream cheese, so add it into the sauce and then give it a good stir. Once your sauce is hot enough again, you can already lower the heat or even turn off your stovetop for the sauce. I really cannot emphasize this enough. Cream cheese is such a good sauce ingredient or sauce maker if you ask me. It is much richer and much more creamy than plain cream. And if you go for a low fat variant, it doesn't even have more calories than cream. Okay, we are now entering the last legs of this recipe. My noodles are al dente. I will drain off my water and then add all of my noodles into the pan and stir them under. In theory, if you prefer it, you could also leave your noodles separate. It's up to you. It is crazy how quick and easy this dish is to prepare, because we are now only missing one last ingredient, and that ingredient is only used for garnishing. I am of course talking about our salad, the Romaine salad or our Radicchio salad. Simply cut the leaves into small pieces suitable for garnishing dishes. I did put 2 different types of salad on the ingredients list. You can either use Romaine salad, which is crisp but a little milder, or you can use Radicchio salad, which is also very crisp but more bitter. So choose whichever salad you like the most. Well, and once you have cut your salad, you have reached the end of the recipe. Now simply put noodles and sauce on a plate and then garnish the plate with some fresh salad. The green will add something for the eye and also some crisp for the bite. Enjoy your meal! And this of course also brings us to the end of today's episode of Knobi Cooks. I hope you enjoyed today's quick, easy and bursting with healthy ingredients recipe. If so, please leave a like and also leave a comment whether you enjoyed today's recipe or not. And if you have tried this recipe yourself, tell me down below in the comments how it tasted for you. With that said, I'm Knobi and I see you in the next one. Goodbye.